Hey, it's Dr. Livingood live from the storage room today. Listen, there's a reason I'm here. Because right now in your house, right now when you look at, if you're in a building or wherever you may be when you're watching this, if the lights went out right now, what would you do? Well, I'm guessing you would probably, well, I don't know, some of you may respond differently. You may just sit there, you may call somebody. But ideally, the lights are out for a reason, right? We would go and we would check the fuse box to see why. Why is the power out? What happened to the power? But you wouldn't necessarily jump up on a ladder and start changing light bulbs and dissecting them under a microscope. You wouldn't change and check all of the sockets to see if they're off. No, you just come straight to the fuse box. And the reason I'm talking about the fuse box today is because it's such a good analogy for how we address our health. When you think about your health, when something goes wrong, you have a heart issue, your blood pressure's high, your thyroid's not working, maybe it's your pancreas that isn't functioning properly, your digestive system, a muscle that hurts, that's the end game unit that doesn't have the power that it needs. So it's losing the power, but then when we go to deal with the issue and get to the cause of the issue, we always treat the organ. We always just give it some kind of drug, we do some kind of surgery, we do biopsies and look at it under a microscope. It's no different than changing light bulbs and checking sockets, when really we should be going to the power source. And that's what I love about the analogy of a fuse box, because literally your spine, I brought my spine as well, literally looks just like this. It's the way it sits here. It's got the wires coming out. All of these individual vertebrae are like switches sending the power into the body. This is carrying all the life force to tell everything and how your body had to do. Your body is sending messages back to the brain through it. This is your power source. And so if this is shifted and moved out of position, that's exactly what's causing pressure on there. It shuts the life down going to the organs. It's like flipping a breaker. It's like blowing a breaker. And so literally my job as a chiropractor is when we come along and we move those bones back into the proper position, and when things are twisted and the breakers are off, we're flipping breakers, turning the power back on. So a lot of times after I get done seeing you and doing your adjustment, I say, power's on. That's why. So think of the breaker analogy. Start at the source of the power. Don't be changing light bulbs, fixing organs and treating organs with drugs. Get to the source, get your power on, get adjusted today.